Hello, guys. How's it going? This is Jen with Jen Demonic, and I would like to talk to you about how to cleanse yourself. And I know that there is another video on my YouTube channel that teaches you how to use the egg, right? But this time we're gonna do something that is useful is a type of cleansing that's useful for a different matter, and we're gonna go into details on when you can use this cleansing. The other cleansing that there's it's on our video, particularly the washing in front of your door. Yes, it is good to get rid of negativity, but it's mostly to encourage more communication. If you have communication with someone that has been blocked, for example, that cleansing might be helpful. But this one is something that I recommend to everyone. Before I get into the details of that, just know that there are two products for One Immune on our site, and both of them have a vinegar jar that I make myself, and it's done with new ingredients that are homemade, and it's very powerful because it has fight like dogs and cats powder and oil. So it is a very powerful quote unquote booster to the casting that you intend to order from us, and that gives you a video because, as you know, whenever it's me personally that I take your case and I do things for you, I also send a video about it. So that's accountability right there. Also, always reminding you to please, 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 when you order, send an email right away, soon after. Don't just rely on the fact that maybe you ordered before and we have the information. Don't rely on the fact that maybe all the information that we need is on the form that you fill out when you order, because that is not enough most of the time. Please get into the habit of sending us an email with your pictures, the pictures that you need for the work to be done, along with the details and info. I know it's a little bit redundant, but consider that we are a coven, so it's not just the same person that's casting. So with that in mind, I hope that we can. I hope that Erin doesn't have to chase clients. Says your order is not complete. So I hope that this time, you guys know that everything that you order needs to be followed up with an email, and the sooner you do that, the sooner we start. So it is really to your benefit to make sure that we have everything for you, and so that we can start promptly to work on your case. Now, for this cleansing, when is this cleansing useful? I'll give you some examples. I'll give you an example of myself. When I feel like some people say negative things to me, when they say, "Oh, Jen, this, you're never gonna get there." Negative, negative, very negative person. Stop talking to a person that tells you you're never gonna make it there. Whatever it is that you're doing now does not define you. Know that, and let that person deal with whatever demon they have, and go home and do this. Take away from your surrounding field the negative thoughts, the negative feelings of other people. And that happens when, for example, there's one thing after another and after another that happens to you. Like, I don't know, the appliances, the dishwasher stops working, which it's reasonable. Dishwashers do stop working sometimes, and then soon after the power goes out and you have to call this and that, and then things start breaking one after the other in the house. So you find, for example, you're driving, you hit an animal, and then the next day you get into another accident. I mean, when you see that these things happen, I think most of you know what I'm talking about. You have that week where everything goes freaking wrong and you go like, oh my God, what is going on, right? So I hope I'm not, with this video, I am not intruding on the terms of YouTube. I've been censored. Some of my videos cannot, I don't know. That's why you see very little views on my videos, because they says, oh, you cannot say these things and cannot say these things. And please do not talk about sex. I'm like, okay, have you guys seen what's going on YouTube lately? Okay, well, then that's fine. So, that is, I hope you can see this video. We're not saying any bad words. We're not saying any compromising words. We're just talking about a cleansing, right? So for this cleansing, I typically prefer a European plate. So this is a plate that typically it's used in Europe when you want soup. I know in America, which is where we are located, people use something like that, like a bowl. Okay, you can use this one if you don't have that. I prefer this, but this one is fine as well. So whatever it is that you have in your own home that works is fine. I will use this one to show you, but you feel more than welcome to use whatever it is that you have at home. Sounds like a plan? Okay. So now, what are you going to do with this? The first thing that you're going to do is having a plate like this or a bowl, as I told you. Then you're going to get extra virgin olive oil. Doesn't need to be a fancy brand, it can be any olive oil. If you're not an olive oil fan, that's fine. You're just going to use it once. Buy those 99-cent bottles that you can find probably even at a dollar store, right? So you're just gonna need a little bit of oil, and you're gonna need a spoon, right? And typically I use this pen mark just to hold the spoon, and then I don't know if you can see that, but you're going to just pour the olive oil there, right? All right, make sure that it doesn't go anywhere here. Whoops, I may put too much. Let me get more support here. Perfect. Now, you have this spoon. I don't know if you see it here. You have this spoon with the olive oil in it. And you have a plate. Now, as you can see, you can imagine I am in my kitchen. So I'm going to put some water, warm water, not cold water, not hot water, just a little bit of warm water here. Well, hold on a second. All right, so now you have a plate of water here. Okay, and let me see that you see everything that I'm doing here, because this is important. So you have a plate of water, and you should have here the spoon with the olive oil, right? Now we're gonna wait until this plate of water settles and it doesn't move anymore. It is important that this plate is completely still, okay? So when the plate is completely still, the first thing, it is usually done with the left pinky. I'm using the right pinky because I'm right here and I'm holding the camera with the left hand. But do this with the left pinky, okay? You have your pinky. The water is still now. You're going to dip into the spoon with the olive oil, right? Okay, and you're gonna drop one drop only. There. And then you're gonna grab another one. And another one. So you're gonna have a total of 3 drops. And now, I don't know if you can see it, but these drops are staying exactly where they are. See, they don't get very big. I hope you can see this. So that means there's no evil eye, there's no negative energy. There's a reason for that. I do this every couple of days because of, because of the casting that I do with you guys, right? But if you see these circles getting larger and larger, then I advise you to do this more than once. So you're gonna do this 3 times, okay? But I would say that if you see that the circles are getting larger, then you're going to repeat that the next day and the next day until you see what I just showed you, so that the circles do not get big. Now you have the first plate, right? And you're gonna toss it. So if you live in an apartment and you have a balcony, I would say that the first plate should be tossed outside. I know some of your neighbors will think you're crazy. It is better than to be crazy than to deal with craziness around your surrounding field. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to toss this into the sink. Then you're going to grab another plate of water. And you're going to wait until the water settles and still. And then you're going to again dip with your pinky finger with 3 drops. 1, 2, and 3. And then you will observe if these drops will enlarge. And in my case, you can see they do not get big because, again, I do this very often. I cleanse myself very often because I also take care of you guys. Now, this one, since we're pretending that you dropped the first one in the balcony, you should probably drop this one outside your door. But for the purpose of this, we're just going to put it in the sink. Then you're going to grab a third plate. So each time you do it, you have to have 3 plates, okay? So you're going to do it 3 times. And then you're going to go again with the pinky finger. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to wait and see if they enlarge. And they do not enlarge again for the same reason. So this one, the third plate, if you have a side balcony, you can put it on, you toss it on the side balcony. If you want to toss it in the toilet, that's a perfect way to do it. As a third one, you can toss it in the toilet. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to toss it in the sink. So let me recap here because some people, I can see some questions coming here. This is a good way to cleanse your energy. After this, you should feel better. And typically people sleep better. And typically some people also report getting money from unexpected sources. They're sort of like communication also restarts, although it's not as effective for communication as the other cleansing. And things get, you kind of get the ball rolling again and you feel yourself again. So in order to do that, again, you're going to draw 3 plates of water. So the first plate of water, warm water, right? You're going to put it on a plate, either this kind or a bowl, okay? The bowl, you can fill half of it, doesn't have to be full. Then you're going to draw with the pinky finger, the left one. This is just for explanatory purposes. 3 drops, and you're going to observe how big or not they become. You have to make sure that when you drop the oil, the water is still. Like you wait until the water is completely still before you drop the drops of oil, right? Then after the first plate, you're gonna drop it either in the balcony or the door outside, the one that you come in from, the entrance door, the main door. And the second plate, if it wasn't in the balcony, you're gonna do the door. So two places outside in different sides of the house or in different sides of the apartment, whichever it is. And the third one, typically in the toilet, is fine. Or a third balcony if you do. For those who live in an apartment, You can drop the first one if you have a patio or outside the window is fine. You can drop the second one in the sink. You can drop the third one in the toilet. If you do not have a patio, if you have one of those apartments where everything is inside, maybe you live in New York City, maybe you live in Singapore, whatever the situation might be, feel free to just drop two on the sink and one on the toilet, and that will do. Typically, after this, I recommend that you take a long shower and cleanse yourself with just water and soap as you normally do. And you will start feeling a lot better. I hope this helps you because this has been helping quite a few of my clients. They get a little bit of tension there. This is an ancient medieval remedy to remove the evil eye, and it's been working for centuries. So I'm not telling you anything new here. It's an effective and very, very cheap way that you can cleanse yourself. You don't need to come to me. You can do it on your own. Now, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving. Check out that there's going to be a love spell, probably a Black Friday on love spells. Not sure that we're going to do Black Friday on negative spells, but definitely on love spells. And also know that there are two new products with a vinegar jar that I make myself on video, so you know how it's being made. And I'll tell you everything that we do with it. And check out below the links that are going to be there. You can always feel free to book a consultation with me. You can always feel free to book a Reiki with me. I love you all. Stay safe. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And that's all I can say, because otherwise YouTube will think that I say weird things and then they won't let me see you anymore. All right. You take care, guys. Where am I going here? Let's see. Oh my goodness. There. Bye now.